Stupid Virgin Media instructed me while I'm telling you all this down. So I might upload this in 2 parts. So where was we, Daniel? I was telling you about these picks, yeah, these dabber picks. This blue one here, I think these are the original ones. Quite good actually. They're flexible, so really flexible. So just like these Tortex, the thin ones, 0.58 whatever they are, 0.6. But if you hold them further down, they're not at all flexible. They stiffen up. So you got a choice of 2 stiffnesses here. Ooh, misses. So yeah, those might be worth consideration. You have to buy them in packs, I think. You can't normally get one, but the rest of them, they're okay, I suppose. But yeah, nothing special, to be honest. I mean, the flexibility is lost on most of these because they're quite stiff. Got a metal one there, it's going to get a different sound, and you got a little jazz one here, which, to be honest, I haven't tried them much actually at the moment. I've tried them all out a little bit, but I'm not particularly impressed. But that one's quite sharp. For delicate like picking, that'd be great. But for general strumming, you want something soft, so something like this would be perfect. If you want to buy some picks, I'd recommend either these Dava ones, these blue ones, the original ones, or some Tortex, depending on what thickness you think you'll need. But you know what thickness you like by trying the ones I've given you anyway. Just look at the thickness. Right, slides. Here's a brass slide, which I'd like to give you, but can't. I've only got one. You might have to buy yourself another slide. I made that myself and I saw some on eBay. I wish I kept one for you, Dan. Okay, so you should buy one of these. That's a ceramic slide. Get on eBay. That was last time. It was about £7 or £8. I think they're 60mm in length, which is a bit bigger than the one I'm going to give you. So they're obtainable and cheap, and they work really well. And when you use them, it's best to wrap them inside with some what's the name, paper? What do you call it? Masking tape. Yeah, masking tape. Don't use any other type of tape because it'll get hot and sticky and it'll come off and all the stickiness will get around your fingers. But masking tape doesn't do that. You just build it up bit by bit. Just keeps it steady. The slide I'm giving you is down here. I've included a little bit of cleaning cloth. You can wrap that inside, it'll keep it a bit steadier. Okay, but it's not very wide. I mean, you will go across the length of the guitar, but you haven't got much room. So I recommend you get like a slightly longer one. I don't know if this is 50mm or what. I think you need about 60mm anyway. You need a longer one and heavier one really, but you can make your own slides. Here's one which I made myself earlier. Yeah, I did this because I wanted to play a one-handed guitar, and it actually works. Yeah, not that I can play a one-handed guitar very well, but what I'm going to do is make a proper one out of this bottle here. So I'm going to take all the lead from there, because the way it helps to hold the strings down, and the heavier the slide, especially when it comes to the bass strings. So I'm going to fill this one with lead, and inside this I've got a slide which I used to hold it all in place. But yeah, so if you got any bottles like this, you can fill them with something, but you don't need to fill them. You could just use a bottle. Just put your finger in the bottle and just use it. Also, you can play the guitar on your lap and just do that. And play like this, like that. Play with 2 hands, of course. For some reason, it's got this tiny weeny slide. I don't know why. A bit useless, I'd have thought. But yeah, so you got a slide, you got picks, you got an amp, you got a lead, you got a guitar, and you know what strings to get next time. I don't think there's anything else you necessarily need to know. Here's one more slide, which is this. It's a big bottle full of rice.